The moon's a pearl in a velvet sky. The night whispers soft, but I don't know why. Every step echoes, I'm on my own. The world's alive, but I'm all alone. I'm all alone, like a bird with no song. I'm all alone, like a clock that's gone wrong. Oh, the world spins bright, but my heart's a stone. Yes, darling, I'm all alone. The street lamps wink, but they're teasing me. The stars are waltzing, but where's my melody? The jazz plays on every brass and bone, but I'm just a tune that's lost its tone. I could dance, I could sway, but the rhythm fades away. I'm all alone, like a flame in the rain. I'm all alone, like a song with no refrain. Oh, the band's in tune, but I've lost my zone. Yes, darling, I'm all alone. The violins sigh, the trumpets cry, but the harmony's gone. Oh my, the swing keeps rolling, the bass takes the lead, but my heart's out of step. It's a solo indeed. I'm all alone.
Most people don't know what they don't know when it comes to tech, when it comes to surveillance, and when it comes to the age that we're living in. They don't know until it's too late. That's what we're for. When they're stuck, they don't know. We're here to help. Welcome to the Surveillance Age, our very first show. And for our regulars, I know it's just you guys. I never worked anything out for this. There's not something that I've been saying for 8 or 10 years at a time. So for 8 and 10 years. So I'll work it out. We'll make that a little bit smoother. And there you go. My name is Scott Pottigill. I'm the co-founder and chief operating officer of Sigea Cloud Labs. Our very first mobile application is out, called Sigea Storage. And I'm joined, as I will be on this journey, which I hope runs as long as the last journey. I hope it goes in another 10 years, by my partner, also co-founder and chief executive officer, and sadly show producer of the Surveillance Age. I give you to Tabitha.
Hi, guys. Great to see everyone here this evening. This is definitely going to be a different and quite the change of pace for us, but we're building the solutions for all of these problems, and I couldn't be more proud of how far we've come and how far we're going to go.
And we have time. So because we have no particular format, guys, you know us. Indulge us. We're not going to get huge discovery on the channel this evening. It's our first time. So We're just kind of playing with the flow. We'd love your feedback. We would love your feedback on this. How are we framed? Does it look more credible? Camera 1, camera 2. How's it working? How does it fit? How does it feel? You let us know. We're here to, we really need your help on this. This is something different than we've ever done. So with that, though, of course, I'm going to go ahead and pop into this and just say, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the very first broadcast of Surveillance Age. My name is Scott, and if you're here tonight, you're probably already feeling it. That low-level hum in the back of your mind that something isn't right with the digital world we all live in. You feel watched. You feel packaged. You feel owned. And you're not crazy. You're not paranoid. You're paying attention. Tonight, I want to tell you exactly who we are, why we built this channel from brand new, and why, after years of watching the same nightmare unfold, we finally said enough and created something that actually fights back. But let's start with who we are. We are the people who got tired of asking for permission to own our own lives. We are builders. We're not just talkers. We run Sigea Storage, the distributed, private, sovereign cloud that we founded because the centralized one was never going to protect us. We're not a corporation that exists to harvest data. We're the ones who got sick of seeing our data sold, profiled, trained into AI models, and handed to governments on demand. We're the ones who looked at the big clouds, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and realized they weren't storing our photos and emails. They were building weapons out of them. And that realization didn't come from some conspiracy forum. It came from living it, from building it every single day. So why create Surveillance Age right now? Because the game has changed, folks. The surveillance machine didn't just get bigger. It got smarter, it got faster, and it got even more invisible. 10 years ago, we worried about cookies and targeted ads. Today, right now, your every keystroke, every heartbeat on your watch, every voice note, every search you deleted is being harvested, stored indefinitely, and fed into models that can predict your next move better than you can. Data brokers like Spokio and Ben Verified are just the flea market version of what big centralized clouds are doing at industrial scale. You ever go to one of those Find Anyone sites? They're the symptom. The big clouds, they're the disease. They don't just collect your data, they weaponize it. They sell the inferences. They train the AI. They hand it over to law enforcement with a smile and without a warrant. And when they get breached, France just got breached just today. And when they get breached, millions of records spill out like it's nothing. Because to them, your life is just another row in a database that makes their stock price go up. Now, we created this channel because someone has to say the quiet part out loud every single week. You are not the customer. You are the product. And the product is being refined, repackaged, and resold in ways most people still don't understand. But here's the part that actually keeps me up at night. And the reason our passion for privacy isn't just talk. I've watched friends lose jobs because an old photo got scraped and maybe misinterpreted. I've seen families stalked because a data broker sold a current address to the wrong person. I've seen creatives censored. We've been censored. I've seen people doxxed and ordinary people manipulated by algorithms they can't even see. Privacy isn't a luxury or a tech bro issue. It is the foundation of freedom itself. And without it, there is no real free speech, no real thought, no real dissent. When you have no private space, digital or otherwise, you start self-censoring. You start performing. You start living in the panopticon, even when the guards aren't looking. That is not how human beings are meant to exist. And that is why we didn't just complain. We built. We founded Sigea Storage for one simple reason. The problems that we're talking about tonight are not going to be solved by asking nicer. The big centralized clouds will never give you control. They are literally built on the opposite business model. So we created the alternative. We just did it ourselves. We built a true distributed storage layer, zero knowledge from the ground up, private by design, sovereign infrastructure, and mobile first, so it actually fits into a person's real life. We're not just another cloud. It's the data lane that was missing. It's encrypted, user controlled, and it's actually yours. Your files, your photos, your life. Not a training set for someone else's AI, not a marketing profile, not a government request away from exposure. We built it because every time I heard another story about a data breach, another story about an app selling location data to advertisers, another story about your search history being used against you, I asked myself the same question. Why are we still handing our most personal information to companies whose only incentive is to exploit it? We built Sigea because the only real answer to surveillance capitalism is sovereignty. Not better privacy policies, not more regulations that big players write for themselves. Actual technical ownership, actual control over your own data. That's what this channel is going to be about every single time we go live. Not doom scrolling the latest horror story, although we'll tell you the truth without sugarcoating it. We've never been good at sugarcoating, but showing you the way out, the tools, the tech, the mindset, the new infrastructure being built right now by people who refuse to live as data livestock. This isn't nostalgia for the internet. This is a declaration that the next internet, the one we actually deserve, is being built today. And it's decentralized. It's private. And it's unstoppable. So if you're listening tonight and you felt that quiet rage every time you get another personalized ad that knows a little bit too damn much, if you've ever deleted an app, cleared your history, or turned off location services and still felt like it wasn't enough, you're home. Surveillance Age is for you. Every episode, we're going to expose how the machine works. We're going to interview the people fighting it. And most importantly, show you the real working alternatives that already exist. Personal plug, like Sigea. Like the growing decentralized storage movement. Like the tools that actually put you back in control. Because the age of surveillance doesn't have to be the end of freedom. It can be the beginning of the fight that finally wins. So thank you for spending the first minutes of this brand new channel on this journey with us. This is just the opening statement. Now, stick around, turn the volume up. The surveillance age is here, but so are we. Bell, if you could, please. Not sure if anybody's tuning in, but if we have any questions, please get them out. If you would like to give some shout outs to the audience while I queue up the next song, I would certainly appreciate that as well. I'm not going to ditch the AI, Bell. I'm not going to ditch the AI music. I enjoy it too much, and it's mine. It exists on Sigea. Nobody else can have it, and I don't want to completely turn off everybody that's been with us for 10 years. So just because we're pivoting doesn't mean that I'm going to forget who made us stick around for 10 years. And that's the 2 or 3 people that are listening to us right now. So if you'd like to give them some shout outs, I'll pull up a song and leave the camera on you, Mel.
All right. So we've got Nuclear Chicken, Ralph Spinks, Bridgewood. Yeah, Fisherman is also in attendance this evening.
Love it.
And Nuclear Chicken coming in with a question. Any chance you might put a super cheap paid membership on this channel? I missed mine on some other really cool channel I found years ago.
Belle, why don't you handle that one?
We have to get up to a certain number of subscribers before we can have paid memberships,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's going to be a while, but I appreciate that one. Anyway, Belle, let me play the song. We'll get right back. Got another one to go. Go ahead, say. We'll be right back here on the surveillance age.
And we'll be right back here on the surveillance age.
Feel it. Dim lights glowing, smoke curling slow. 2 black pianos and the boys in the know. I'm sliding in close in this dress made of fire. One smile from me and the whole room gets higher. Fingers on ivory dancing so fine. They trade little secrets in perfect time. But when I open my mouth and let the velvet pour, even the straightest cat wants a little bit more. The crowd's getting quiet, they're leaning in tight. One look in my eyes and they're losing the fight. Pour me a whiskey, keep the lights down low. Tonight these keys and me are stealing the show. Red dress blues, burning slow and sweet. 2 pianos playing while I move to the beat. Red dress blues, got you under my spell. One touch of my voice and you're ringing like a bell. Come a little closer, let the music unwind. In the smoky old room, baby, you're all mine. Red dress blues, yeah, I'm owning the night. They've been playing together for too many years. Same old routines and the same watered down cheers. But I bring the danger, the curve and the heat. Now the older one's smiling and tapping his feet. My hips sway gentle while the melody climbs. One brother's watching like he's running out of time. The notes intertwine like we're tangled in sheets. This trio's got fire that nobody can beat. The air's getting thicker, the tension is high. When I hit that high note, they both close their eyes. Red dress blues, burning slow and sweet. 2 pianos playing while I move music unwind. In the smoky old room, baby, you're all mine. Red dress blues, yeah, I'm owning the night. Play it for me, boys. Slow it right down now, feel every note, breathe. One piano whispers while the other believes. We're more than a gig, we're a dangerous game, lighting a spark that won't ever be the same. Red dress blues, burning slow and sweet. Two pianos crying while I move to the beat. Red dress blues got you under my spell. One touch of my voice sends you straight into hell. Come a little closer, lose yourself in the sound. In this late night haze, baby, we own this town. Red dress blues, yeah, we own the night. Red dress blues, play it again, fade into the smoke.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the surveillance age, and thank you. If you don't know what you don't know, that's what we're here for. I just found a technical bug there, Madam CEO and Lady Producer. The sync is off on the splash frame. It's a little bit off. It's not looping correctly. I'll fix it. All right. First time I even tried to put that up there, I'll get it fixed. Anyway, if we could, Belle, before we get into the rest of it, if anybody in the audience wants to say anything, now's a real good time.
All right. So, Fisherman, I like the artwork with the eye. And I've always been a fan of the ones and zeros.
All right. What do you think about it, Belle?
I think it's sharp and catches people's eye.
All right. Is it enough on point? Do we have to go harder? I could matrix this thing, but that's not really the fit and feel that I'm going for here. I don't think the surveillance age needs to be about the hacker hostile kind of motif. I think it needs to be about real. And yeah, I see that eye everywhere. It just seemed appropriate to go ahead and put it on. Go ahead and put it on this. I don't know, Belle. What do you think about the rest of it? What do you think about the stage, the lighting, the setup? You got any opinions, sir?
I mean, the stage we're going to continue to work on. Yeah, that we just pivoted. So there's going to be some changes we'll make over time.
Yeah, I had to get rid of, I had to bring the camera in to get rid of all the toys and knickknacks back there. I'm going to have to replace those with books. I have lots of books. They're all about surveillance. So maybe that's the direction to go with this. We haven't quite made up our mind yet. But yeah, perhaps that is the way to go. I don't know. We're still feeling out the format. This is the first show. So you guys want to influence a show that's going to be running for 10 years. Now is the time to put it in the comments, and you're going to influence a show that's probably going to be running for another 10 years. The one thing that Tabitha and I have always been very, very good at is diligence and seeing things through. We've been very, very good about that. We're hard-headed, and we will continue to hit it and hit it and hit it until that horse is not only dead, that horse is just dust. So anything you say now might be reflective of something that we're still doing 5 years from now. So this is your chance. This is your chance. I can't say I love the outfit that that Belle picked. I can't say that I love this, but I get it. I get it. And again, we're not going for any kind of weird hacker hostile vibe here. It's we are a corporation. I'm a COO, Belle's the CEO. So we we have to maintain our own personal integrity, our own personal brand on stuff like this. So I did roll up the sleeves though. All right, just a little bit. I hope you can appreciate that. Bell said, yeah, roll up your sleeves. That's it. All right, that's as rolled up as I get. That's as sloppy as I get. I'm a 26-year Navy man, and we don't go sloppy. So hopefully you can notice that the lights are off. We don't need them. The lights are toned down. We don't need that either. It's more about what we're saying, not exactly how we look. Even though that brings up a very interesting conundrum there, Bill. It's a psychological fact. 70% is how you look, 20% is how you sound, and 10% is is what you say. So yeah, that's kind of why we're doing it the way we're doing it and what we're doing and all that other good stuff. Same reason that I don't wear a goatee anymore. All right, I had to grow up, had to embrace the role that we aspire to, the role that we created. And yeah, I had to grow up. So I miss it. Don't get me wrong, I miss it, but it was time. So I'd prefer to look credible than feel good about myself or something like that. Maybe someday we'll be able to have both, but until then, we're just going to keep slugging through. So anyway, with that, Bell, if there's nothing else.
Okay, so Nuclear Chicken, I like the idea of books in the background. Not sure what, but maybe some old world supporting props, like a globe or something.
A globe? I don't know, Bell. What do you think about that? We put a globe up there. I mean, we are global. So sure, I get that. I can make sense. That can make sense to me. I like the more modern stuff. I like the more modern techie kind of stuff. But modern techie is literally why we're having the trouble that we're in. And this will actually be an excellent experiment to see if I start getting ads for modern techie knickknacks based only on what we did on a very brand new 3-day-old YouTube channel. How funny would that be? I mean, how funny would that be? I was going to say, did I make my point? I make my point. I just dropped the mic. Yes. And I promise you guys, if I see one, if one comes up, if one of those ads hits my feed anywhere, I'm posting it everywhere. So yes, I'm kind of looking forward to that one. All right. Anything else, Bell, or can I make a video here? Because that's my next piece, is making a video.
All right. So Fisherman floating globe. That's literally all he said was floating globe.
All right, Bell, Google that. Isn't that funny? I'm doing this to be ironic. All right, no, don't Google anything. Don't Google anything. I'll sort out what you were saying there, Fisherman. I will do my very, very best. So anyway, we'll get right back to it, guys. But all right, how's the light here? Because I had to move a light. Is this bad now? Is it too dim?
You're a little dark.
Little dark. All right, hang on. Let me see what I can do about this. Let me see what I can do about this. The kickers are hitting me in the face so hard I can't even read my teleprompter. So we might have a problem here. I'm not sure what I can do. But I'm going to try one little thing right here while Bell says hi to everybody. Let me try one little thing and hit the bigger fill light.
And Little Nasties and Mackenzie have both jumped in and have joined the stream. So hi, guys.
You know what? Bless your heart. Thank you so much. Is that better, Bell? At all?
That is a little better.
Okay,
yes.
So we got a fill light, but not the kickers, guys. Kickers are the brighter, more focused lights that sit up above that blast you in the eyes, and it makes it very, very difficult to see. So I'm trying to find the middle ground here, and that's what we can get. All right, one more, Bell. That means I'm going to hit my little e-cigarette, and then we're going to make a video and make a point here. This is one of the most provocative and real monologues that I've ever done. And the years that we've been doing this is the one that you're about to hear is the one that is easily the most meaningful to me of anything I've done. So I hope you guys will endure that one. But obviously, let me get my head right before I roll into it, Bell. So go ahead, talk to the folks.
So Fisherman, I was curious about the Signal stuff with the notifications.
Go ahead, you can address that, Bell. Same as me. Or do you want me to do it? Okay, so yeah, Signal is it's a completely encrypted app, and nobody can see anything, but there's a glaring flaw in it, and it's been there the entire time, and it is literally the very reason that Sigea Storage will not send you a notification to the app on your phone when somebody shares a file with you. It is literally the reason that we cannot do it, because of the way that Apple was built. that they save harvest metadata but plain text in the notifications. So what you're actually sending there through Signal is, in fact, plain text. It's decrypted, and it sits right there in your notification folder. So when the FBI sees those phones, all they did is go up there to that notification folder, and they pulled up everything. It's literally the reason that we can't do it. Now, is it a Firebase flaw? No, I'm sorry. We could do it, but we won't. We won't, because we know about it. So is it it's a Firebase, kind of a Firebase issue, but it doesn't get away from the fact that everything that people did under the illusion of complete and total privacy wasn't. It wasn't even close. It was barely the illusion of privacy, because this bug has been there for a long time. And for all I know, the only reason that you heard about it now is because somebody at the FBI bragged that we've been able to do this forever. For all I know, Bill, this was inherent in the design of this thing, that they've always left that in there for a purpose just like this, because big tech and big government do not want you to have privacy. As soon as you have privacy, you have the ability to think for yourself, to have a little bit of freedom, for them not to be able to influence you any particular way that they want to do it. So for all I know, it was built into it. Now, the conspiracy nut in me, Bell, says, yeah, they did that on purpose. But it's nothing that we could ever do. Tell you what, you just gave me my theme for tomorrow night. You just gave it to me, Fisherman. So tomorrow night we'll take the entire thing apart. All right, step by step. What it is, what it did, and the fallout. We will go through all of that just so people are aware. Knowledge is power. Because I noticed that story, Bell, died real quick. Do you notice that one? How that just kind of completely went away and it doesn't even matter anymore. Remember that? Just poof.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that one got buried. It got buried very, very quickly.
Sure. Now let's Occam's razor this, Bell. Why did it get buried so quickly?
People with money covered it up.
Yeah, because the people with money made their money by being able to do exactly what Signal was doing. That's how most of these things actually function. Like I said, man, we're not citizens, we're products. That's all we are. So, all right, guys, let me kick it one last time, or let me kick one more monologue on this. Afterwards, me and Bello dust it off. And we're going to change the format. We'll professional this whole thing up. We just, last night we ended, Bell's yawning. Last night we ended something that we dedicated so many years of our lives to and are starting something brand new. So we're a little bit, we're a little bit scared, nervous, all that other good stuff. But I'm going to hit this one right here. This is the most meaningful content that I've ever put out, and I certainly hope that you guys kind of pay attention to this one. Every single time you tap click, you're handing over more than you think. It's not just the photo. It's not just the post. Not just the funny meme you sent. You're handing over metadata, the invisible digital exhaust that travels with every action you take online. And that metadata is worth more to the big tech machine than the content itself. Welcome back to the surveillance age. I'm Scott. Now tonight, I want to show you exactly what happens the moment you hit send, snap a selfie, or even just open an app. Because while we've been talking about from selfie to sold, the real story is quieter, more constant, and far more profitable than most people realize. Here's what actually gets captured every single time. You should sit down for this one. Exact GPS coordinates down to a few feet. Timestamp to the millisecond. Device ID and advertising ID. Your phone model. Your OS version. Your battery level. Wi-Fi networks nearby, Bluetooth devices around you, how long you hesitated before posting, which apps were open in the background, your IP address, your screen brightness, even accelerometer data showing how you were holding the phone. This is fact. All of that rides along with your photo, with your status update or your voice note. And it never stops flowing. That metadata doesn't just disappear into the cloud. It gets vacuumed up by the big centralized platforms, Google, Meta, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and fed into massive profiling systems. It gets sold to advertisers as audience segments. It gets used to train AI models that now know your routines better than your own family does. It gets packaged and shared with data brokers, with governments through legal requests, and with countless third-party partners that you've never heard of. But you're going to hear about them here. This is the real surveillance economy, not the dramatic hack, not the conspiracy, just the boring, relentless, everyday click that makes trillion-dollar companies richer while stripping away your privacy one metadata packet at a time. Now, in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly where that data goes, who profits the most, and why this invisible layer is actually more dangerous than the photos themselves. So stick with me. If you've ever felt like your phone was listening, it's not paranoia. It's metadata. And once you see how the system really works, you'll never look at just one quick post the same way again. Now hit that like button if you're ready to pull the curtain back. Drop metadata in the chat, in the comments, so that I know you're locked in. And if you're not already following, hit subscribe. We're exposing this machine every single week. Now let's dig in. Because once that metadata leaves your device, it doesn't go to one place. It goes to dozens. Google gets it through Android and search. Meta gets it through Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Even when you think you're using a private app, the SDKs and analytics libraries baked into it are still phoning home. That data builds a real-time shadow profile of you, nuclear chicken, of you, fisherman. Advertisers don't just buy your age and location. They buy predictions. This user is 87% likely to buy running shoes in the next 14 days. Or this user is showing signs of financial stress. And the profits are insane. Meta and Google alone make hundreds of billions a year, turning your metadata into micro-targeted advertising. Every hesitation, every location ping, every pattern in your behavior is another signal that makes their algorithms sharper and their wallets fatter. This is why we built what we built. Not just to store files differently, but to break the chain. To give you a place where your data and its metadata stays under your control instead of feeding the machine. The age of surveillance runs on this invisible layer, but awareness is the first crack in the system. And once you see it, you can start choosing different tools, different habits, and different infrastructure. That's what we're here for. That's what the surveillance age is here for. We're going to keep pulling this apart every episode because knowing how the metadata machine works is the first real step toward getting your privacy back. Thanks for riding with me through that. I know this is not a popular subject, and I know most people are more than happy to keep not knowing what they don't know. I can't go that way, though. Drop your biggest takeaway in the chat. I read every one. This is surveillance age, and we're just getting started. Over to you, Belle. What we got?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, if the sound of what you just said does not start waking people up, I don't know what it's going to take.
I'm not sure. Didn't something just happen in France today, Belle?
Not today. Just a couple days ago, though.
Close enough. Close enough.
So the France ants, literally that's the short name for it.
Yep.
That's the Agency Nationale des Territoires Securitas. I can't speak French very well, guys. I can read it though. Literally just had a confirmed breach where over 19 million of France's citizens' information was compromised. This included names, addresses, ID details, and that information was posted for sale.
Yes, because there's so many different economies that go on out here, particularly around data and data sales. I bet, Belle, how long have I been saying? It's the most valuable resource on the planet right now is data. And we are creating 400 million terabytes of it day after day after day. It is the ultimate resource right now. So the businesses that position themselves to most effectively utilize this ever expanding resource are the ones that effectively control all of it. And what goes on the dark web? I know it's just a myth. There is no dark web, but there is.
According to Experian, there is.
The amount, every time that I see a hack like this, and I'm as a military member, I'm in BUPERS. That's Bureau of Military Personnel. All of our records, all of our information, my service record, my family, my medical history, everything that I did in 26 years in Navy time has been breached 4 times now. All of that data is completely exposed out there to the entire world. And it's kind of funny because to me a little bit, because I've been out of the military for a good many years, but I just got another letter. I just got another letter from Buper saying, yep, we had another little incident, so we're going to extend your LifeLock. That's it. That's all that they offer me. They're going to pay the $9.99 a month for LifeLock. That it will extend me personally to the year 2118. 2118. I will be protected, and the government's going to keep paying for my LifeLock. That's how many times we've been hacked. That's how many times that they have been hacked. And yeah, they don't care. They're in no interest of caring. That's not their job. Their job is to collect data, not protect it. And that seems to be kind of the general consensus among all of the big tech folks. Their job is to collect the data. It's not their job to protect it. And you're going to have to wake up to that. Everybody out here is going to have to wake up to that. They are not in the business of protecting your data. They're in the business of getting your data. Every phone call. It is tracked. It is documented. Edward Snowden came out and said, yeah, we're getting everything. Every time you make a phone call, you know it's being recorded, right? With the metadata, with everything. You understand that all of this is occurring, right? Why do you think we're being so specific about the apps that we're building and why we're building them? Big tech doesn't worry about us. Government doesn't worry about us. We'll never, ever have that kind of traction power, anything. We will never get anywhere near that. But if we can keep a couple 100,000 people different, we can keep them safe, we can just show them that there is a better way, I'll consider it a life well lived, that we did our jobs. We did exactly what we said we could do. And at least couple 200,000-300,000 people have more privacy in their life than they've ever had before. That's it. That's our entire goal with everything that we're doing out here. For the rest of the world, there's not much we can do for them. Again, we're not hip, we're not cool, we're not fun, we're not with it. We're functional. That's what we are. And people don't want that. They want bells, they want whistles, they want explosions, they want spinning rims. And I don't know, maybe we'll get it there someday. Maybe. It's not my prime concern right now. My prime concern is 7 different apps and an ecosystem that will effectively remove you from everything that's going on out here right now. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. So anyway, yeah, France, good luck. Don't worry, man. Yeah, I promise you guys have been hacked and exposed over and over and over. It's not a big deal anymore. Just kind of accept it as the cost of using tech, unless there was a better way. So who knows? Anyway, carry on, Bell. If not, we ain't got anything else. We had no idea how long we were even going to go tonight. So if it's a 40-minute show, it's a 40-minute show.
Well, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
AI is also starting to get in on the hack news. Vercel has confirmed a cyber attack via compromised context.ai account. This hack resulted in their employee database getting hacked. So, for all of those people who work for Vercel,
the AI company, that is funny. I mean, you would think AI could design better security for itself, right? And that's kind of its job. Isn't that what it's supposed to do?
well, it is kind of what that's supposed to do. Now, again, these records are currently up for sale from the threat actor who did this for $2 million. This record, the records that they took, 580. That included names, email addresses, account statuses, activity statuses. It included their mailing addresses, their phone numbers, and it's up for sale for $2 million.
Yep, everything about them, every way about them. You know what? You had this one coming. You should never have collected that data. You should have never collected it. And if you knew you were doing it, then you should have protected a little bit better. For the people that are part of this, I'm sorry. It sucks, but here we are. Make better decisions next time. All right, Belle, we got anything else?
Citizens Financial. Again, data security incident tied to a third-party vendor. They have not named which one. has given access to millions of records linked to that bank. With the way they handle their files, again, your name, your date of birth, your mailing address, your social security number, copies of your driver's license information, all of that's in those records.
Yep, and if you can't protect it, you shouldn't collect it. Oh my God, I think I just found. I think that's it, Belle. That's it. Maybe we should put that under the surveillance age banner. 1 second. This is the surveillance age banner. If you guys haven't, maybe we ought to put that underneath there. I could fit that on that banner. If you can't protect it, don't collect it. What do you think? What do you think? There could be some there. Yeah, I don't know. So. Anyway, guys, we're gonna probably go ahead and roll this one up. Give us some feedback on this. All right, we want to put on a good show. We want to try to educate and enlighten as many humans as we possibly can. So if I have to put on a red clown nose to get them, I'm not hyping tokens or any crap like that. But if I have to lighten up or change it up to try to get people a little bit attracted to over here, please tell me how to do it. We're more than happy to. We're never going to forget our audience, our core audience. You guys are on here right now. We're never going to forget you guys. Never. We will never, ever, ever bend the knee to our core whatsoever. But it's important. This particular work, what we do, our new mission right here is very, very important. And we're gonna do whatever we need to do. But we're also kind of tunnel visioned because we've been doing the same thing the same way for 10 years. So we're kind of locked into that. So if you guys can help us unlock it, we would certainly appreciate it. My name is Scott. I'm the co-founder and chief operating officer of Sigea Cloud Labs. Privacy in your pocket, own what's yours. And we don't collect anything. We still protect it, but we don't collect anything. So anyway, with that, Belle, why don't you go ahead and talk us out of here? You don't have You could probably use yours was kind of generic. The outro you've been using for 10 years. You might be able to do this. You got to change some emails in there, but I think you can get through this. Mel, why don't you go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and can this up.
All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. We have not confirmed our next date and time for our next live stream. However, with that being said, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself. Scott at SigeaCloud.io or Tabitha at SigeaCloud.io, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you next time.